they said early in the week I'd find out if I won the appeal or not, and they didn't answer, and I didn't even get any news as to when they would give me the news. So, but just found out I won the appeal. I will be eligible this fall, and it's really exciting because I didn't really see a good reason why I shouldn't have been. So I'm glad that they saw it the same way, and I'm excited.
Who gave you the news?
I don't remember exactly who. I was kind of running around, but I know Coach Riley was there, but he didn't tell me.
What was your first reaction because he said it just happened, so he called you over and just were you thinking that's what they were going to talk to you about?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be yes or no, so I was kind of on pins and needles, but once they said yes, I was so relieved just to get any news. I think I filled out the first letter to the NCAA like a month and a half ago, and I had to fill out 2 more letters in between then, and Coach Riley was joking when I went up to see him. He said, "Hey, can you write another letter?" I was like, "Are you serious?" He said, No, we have news." So really just more relief than anything.
Were you optimistic throughout the process?
I was. A lot of these cases get shut down immediately. They come back with no, you have to sit out. They came back with more questions. So, when that happened, I knew that something was different. So
I know, you're going to probably have been preparing the same way, but does this change your mindset at all, knowing that now you're in a competition, at worst to be the backup quarterback?
Not really. Sean's a star. Sean's a guy. He does a great job of running our offense, and I was learning it as best as I could, as fast as I could. But there's a little added motivation, but it's not going to change the way that I prepare.
I mean, even if that competition, I guess, you're in is just to be the backup guy.
Right.
Before, if you didn't know whether or not that even be a possibility,
right.
Does the mindset change at all, knowing that you can play now next year?
Yeah, a little bit. It's more exciting. I kind of knew that I was going to redshirt at Alabama, so there was that. But they told me every game, hey, if AJ gets hurt, then you're going in. So there was always that. But AJ did a great job of never getting hit really hard. So, but this year, yeah, it's a little bit different.
So you were his backup last year?
Yeah, they told me every game before the game, hey, you need to be ready to go in if AJ gets hurt. But I was 3rd string, like officially on the depth chart, but that's what they were telling me. So.
What has this spring just been like for you? Obviously getting acclimated and everything. You've moved to a brand new place. You're under a new offensive coordinator. Just what's all that been like?
Yeah, it's been different. It's been good though. Moving across the country, something that I've done a few times. But, it's been great. Everybody's been so welcoming. Teammates are such great guys. It's really just getting acclimated to school, getting acclimated to the playbook, and the offensive coordinator, Coach Garrett's done a great job of being patient with me. So it's really been a great learning process throughout the whole time I've been here.
What's been the biggest thing you've had to, learn, or biggest area you've had to grow so far, you think, in these first couple of weeks?
This offense is difficult. It is. Alabama's was pretty difficult, but this is more NFL style. I've seen a few NFL playbooks. Obviously with the Broncos and with the Jaguars, I've seen a few, and this is the most similar that I've seen in college.
How much was being in Alabama? How much does that help you, transition to this whole situation?
Right. No, it's been great. A lot of it is the experience of it. Every game there's 100,000 people. It's top 10 teams playing every week, so the stakes are so big that you learn to quiet your mind a little bit, take it one step at a time, and some guys get kind of wide eyes when they see all of that. So it really helped me with the sort of mental side of it.
There's a lot of hype for the SEC. They love the SEC down there. You've had that experience for a year, quality of play. Now you're here. How do you compare? Obviously, Alabama, was number 1 for most of the year. But how do you compare the quality of play in the SEC with what there is out here?
It's actually not as big of a difference as people think. You have speed down there. You have speed up here. We have receivers that could compete for starting jobs down there. We have O-linemen that could compete for starting jobs down there. They're so intense at Alabama. The expectation, the culture that they've built there is so cutthroat. You have to win. If you don't, then it's a letdown. And that's what we're building here. It's not okay to win. Why would you accept losing? It's not okay to lose. Why would you accept losing? It doesn't make sense. So, once you break that mold, you sort of start to build that culture.
How's the culture, aside from that, different here? Mike Riley has a pretty, distinct culture in this program.
Right.
How different is it than how Nick Saban ran things?
Right. He's a little more mild-tempered.
Yeah.
Not really getting yelled at as much.
Right.
But you know, each coach has their style. It works for each coach. You know, they recruit players that respond to that sort of coaching. So I've had tough coaches. 2 of my high school coaches were screamers, and then one was like Coach Riley, more calm. And you know, I like both, but I would probably prefer Coach Riley's method.